Hello everyone, as you may already know, this is John's top 10 train catches of 2022, and his first time ever doing a voice video on YouTube. Unfortunately, I have to voice it for him due to technical difficulties. The order of this video will go number 1 being the best, and number 10 being great but not the best. So without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Pan Am Railway's Light Power Cap. For the first time in a while, I was able to catch a ballast train. Besides the increasing rarity of it, it had 2 CSX GEVOs on it. This train was attempting to enter the Ayer Yard from Nashua, New Hampshire. Given the Ayer Yard was a short distance, CSX Transportation requested a PTC-equipped locomotive to cap this train. I was lucky enough to see MEC 7595, the pink elephant, show off its hard pink color as it led the train long hood forward. Number 9. CSX 911. On January 10th, I woke up to hear that CSX Transportation Pride and Service locomotive was in Worcester, Mass. I quickly drove down to catch it, peacefully resting in the Worcester Power Pool. It was very cool catching the CSX spirit of our first responders unit for the first time. Number 8. MBTA 1528. With the MBTA MBB cards becoming increasingly rare due to the MBTA's neglect toward them, I decided I would share some light on the Veterans MBTA cab car. In this video, as this one is a tricky cab car to see, I hope I will be able to see it again soon, but as I said, it is becoming increasingly rare, so I may go to Rochester as the MBTA is using the CTC-3 cab cars on their MassDOT GP40MC rebuild test trains. Currently, it is on an extra on the Rockport line, sandwiched between Sisters 1522 and MassDOT 1530. Sadly, this will probably return to where it came from after it is done, which is storage track and BET. As I said before, hopefully I will catch this cab car again. If I do, I will have it posted right away on this YouTube channel. Number 7. MBTX 1137. With the MassDOT GP40MC rebuild program continuing after the pandemic, Loco 1137 comes out of Rochester, Mass, with a respectful test run on the south side, then making its way north. When I heard about it being with 1631, I glued my eyes to the tracker to catch it nice and clean immediately. I'm not trying to be disrespectful toward the MBTA, however, I will again talk about their neglect toward their equipment. With the well-running MBB cab cars going into storage rather than on trains, the MBTA also neglects their equipment poorly. The MBTX 1136 now has fading decals due to all the dirt and elements. While this was a MassDOT problem for not using thick enough decals, it is also an MBTA problem, as it shows how easily their equipment gets dirty, and their lack of care for washing and maintaining them. There are a few differences between the MBTX 1136 and 1137. 1136 has dirty fading decals, a bronze bell, and its regular horn and lights, and MBTX 1137 features the new South Coast Rail logo besides its MBTA, or MassDOT, decals. It has LED lights, ditch lights, and marker lights on the front and rear, its brand new K5LA horn, and E-bell. MBTX 1125 came out a little different from 1137 at first as well, this time the only difference being the missing South Coast Rail decals. Currently, MassDOT, or the MBTA, has added them on to promote the South Coast Rail. As of today, December 31st of 2022, MBTX 1125 remains on the south side with its new bi-level test trains, and it appears that they have worked on many flaws in the 1125 plus the brand new bi-levels. Hopefully, we will be able to catch this unit while it is clean as well. As for the 1136 and 1137, both are in their respective revenue service on the north side. Number 6. The last remaining MBTA F40PH-2Cs. I decided to include MBTA 1071 and 1072 in their best catches video because they are the last remaining 2Cs currently active on the MBTA. The MBTA also plans to wrap these two locomotives and MBTA 1070 in the special heritage wraps, those being Boston and Maine Minuteman scheme, New York Central Black and Gray scheme, and the New Haven FL9 scheme. These will be interesting to see when they are rebuilt. But for now, let's cherish their last moments serving the MBTA in work service. Number 5. Norfolk Southern 8102 Pennsylvania Heritage Unit. When I heard word of an S8102 being in air, I quickly drove east to see it, working the auto rack facility. This was a great catch, and it was also the same day I saw the CSX ballast train. Number 3. 4 Amtrak 50th Anniversary Units. I decided to pack all 4 of these into one block of a video. However, this is celebrating Amtrak's 50th anniversary in 2021. I caught some of these units in 2022, so this clip should count. First, we have Amtrak 46, a Phase 5 Heritage Unit for the 50 years. Then we have number 100, a Midnight Blue unit celebrating Amtrak's 50 years and thanking the graveyard or nighttime shift employees out there. Next, we have Amtrak 108, a 50th anniversary unit celebrating 50 years and the upcoming Phase 6 and Phase 7 paint scheme. Finally, we have Amtrak's 161, which technically I cheated in as it was around the Thanksgiving area of 2021. However, we have the Phase 1 being represented in 50th anniversary, and I was pretty lucky to catch it as it does not have the proper cab signaling for Keolis territory, so it had to trail. But even so, that makes it harder to catch these units in Massachusetts. I hope to catch the other 3 50th anniversary units in the near future. But I quickly go over what they are. Amtrak 160 is representing of a Pepsi can as it wears the Dash 8 Phase 3 paint on while showing Amtrak's 50 years. Amtrak 203 is celebrating Operation Lifesaver and Amtrak's 50 years, while also getting Operation Lifesaver's message out there. See tracks, think train. Amtrak 301 is the first heritage unit shown on the brand new Amtrak ALC 42 locomotive. There is a rumor where we will get a veterans livery on the ALC 42 as well, but I will believe it when I see it. In conclusion to the 50th anniversary units, I will finish talking about 301. It wears Amtrak's first ever paint scheme, the Day 1 paint scheme, while also showing the celebration of 50 years, and Amtrak has come a long way. Number 2. MBTA 1631 after a slight rebuild. This is not rare or special, but it was my time to shine some light on my personal favorite cab car. It was pulled from service due to multiple mechanical issues, but placed back into service with black spots around the ditch lights. I believe this is frame damage, because of frame damage, and they had to replace spots near the ditch lights with new metal, and they left it black. Number 1. MBTA 1069. This is one of my most recent catches, but it is one of the F40PH-3Cs I particularly enjoy due to its nice horn and reliability. This is shining light on the MBTA because this locomotive is about 4 to 5 months old, but is relatively clean still. It is now doing revenue service on the north side. Now, John wanted me to say that this has been one excellent year. I started my YouTube channel, broke 100 subscribers, and even got 14,000 views on a video. I still haven't even done that. Plus, personally, excellent events, and even some great times rail fanning that are not in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and the year 2022. I look forward to seeing more trains out there. I hope everyone has a happy new year and enjoys the first moments of 2023. And I hope to see you guys out there on the rounds. See ya.